どういうこと？
I check my wallet. I only have 9,000 yen and some change. I'll need to stop by an ATM and withdraw everything I have.
何よ、また中二病？
I wish. Kurisu shrugs her shoulders, dumbfounded. I don't have time to answer her. I slip beside her and dash out of the lab.
岡部、どこ行くのよ？おい！
I run full speed to Yanabayashi's shrine. Naturally, I have to stop for breath out before I get there, more than a few blocks. The sun is setting, but the temperature still hasn't dropped below 30. Sweat quickly covers my entire body. I'm not good at exercise in the first place. I finally stagger through the archway. Now I regret borrowing Suzuha's bicycle. Not borrowing it. But no, there wasn't time for that. Finding Mayuri comes first. I run to the courtyard where I find Lukaku standing alone with her bamboo broom.
Lukaku! 岡部さん。
She bows her head.
どうしたんです？
マユリはどこだ？
まゆりちゃんだったら、もう帰りましたけど。
帰った。
はい。後でまゆりちゃんにごめんなさいって伝えてくれませんか？僕やっぱりどうしてもコスプレはできませんって断っちゃって、まゆりちゃんを悲しませたくはなかったんですけど、やっぱり人前に出るのは恥ずかしくて。
I finally catch my breath. I don't have time to listen to Lukaku's apologies.
マユリは帰ったんだな。
はい。
That doesn't make sense. I know she comes to the lab around 6:30. It's still 5:30. No matter how slowly you walk, it shouldn't take more than 20 minutes to get to the lab. So what was she doing for an extra 40 minutes? We don't have time for this. Well, she had to go talk to Ferris. Unless she just talked her, or called her.
本当に帰ったのか？どこかへ寄るとは言っていなかったか？
いえ、聞いてませんけど。岡部さん、一体何が？
もしマユリがここに戻ってきたら、すぐに俺に電話するように伝えるんだ。
はい。
I better check the lab. We might have missed each other. When I get back to the lab, no one's there but Daru. Did Kurisu go shopping by herself? I call out to him as he's ordering pizza on the computer.
マユリは帰ってきてるか？いや。あいつどこへ？
I take a bottle of Dr. P out of the fridge and chuck it down. The cold, sparkling liquid wets my parched throat and drives the heat away. Now I can think. But I still can't relax. Every minute, every second is precious. Each moment I waste brings me closer to Mayuri's death.
オカリンさ、さっきからなんでそんなピリピリしてるん？
マユリの居場所を知らないか？
だからルカシのところっしょ。
いなかった。帰った後だった。
I start to pace in irritation.
じゃあ他のレイヤー仲間のところとか。
そのレイヤー仲間の連絡先を教えろ。
いや、知らんし。
Damn. It's easy to forget since she's usually here, but Mayuri and I rarely spend time together outside the lab. May Queen in the shrine, that's about it. I have no idea where else she might go. May Queen doesn't even exist on this world line.
ああ、そういえば。
何かしているのか。
携帯の電源が切れそうとか言ってたような気がする。
Yet another setback. Not only am I unable to contact her, she might not even notice my phone calls.
なあ、一体どうしたん？
誰？なぜここに残っている？今すぐラボを離れろと言ったはずだ。
I sat on the sofa. I feel the weight of stress on my shoulders and my bones.
理由もなしにそんなこと言われてもわけわからんつうか。一体何が始まるんですみたいな。
マユリが殺される。
はあ？
セルンが本気を出してきたんだ。あと2時間で奴らは襲撃をかけてくる。だからお前は逃げろ。
え、マジ？
クリスと連絡を取れるか。あいつにもそう伝えるんだ。
あと2時間って、なんでオカリンはそれを知ってるわけよ。
Doru pauses for a moment. He looks toward the development room where the time leap machine is sitting.
まさか、使ったん？
Twice. I nod gravely. I kick Doru out of the lab and send him home. He promised to call Kurisu for me and tell her to stay at her hotel, but a few minutes later, she calls me directly and demands an explanation. It takes some effort, but I manage to convince her to do as I say. Now I just need to wait for Mayuri to get back. And I thought about looking for her, but it's too risky. We could miss each other like we did at the shrine. Better to wait here in front of the building. While waiting, I try to convince myself that everything will be okay. Mayuri returned to the lab at 6:30. That leaves about an hour before Moeka's attack. In an hour, we could ride the bullet train from Tokyo Station to Shizuoka. Fuck off. This is the best plan. Maybe we should get off at Yokohama and lay low in a hotel for a while. I can think about what comes next after Mayuri's safe. The time leap machine doesn't matter. Moeka can have it. My top priority is to prevent Mayuri's death. Sweat accumulates on my forehead and rolls down my face. Well, you guys are necessary, so they're not gonna just sit with that. Hurry back, Mayuri.
あれ？
Startled, I turn towards the voice. Susan and Mr. Braun have emerged from the Braun Tube workshop. I see them lock the door. I guess they're closing shop. That's right, I forgot about Suzaha.
岡部倫太郎、そこで何してんの？
いや、
That reminds me. During the attack, she took down 5 armed commandos in the blink of an eye. I still can't believe it. Where does an 18-year-old girl learn how to move like that? And then there was her strange behavior immediately before the attack. She left as soon as she heard about the bomb threat, almost as if she knew something was going to happen. Yeah, like that's something bad. And finally, there's the business with her father. Everything about her is a mystery. Who is Suzaha, Amane Suzaha?
あ、わかっちゃった。今日宴会やるらしいから、その準備でしょ？
No, we're canceling that.
それを誰から聞いた？
C のまゆり、さっき顔見せてぜひ来てねって言ってたよ。つうわけで私もお邪魔することに。
ダメだ。
もしかして私邪魔だった？
いや、
まあ私もラボ面にしてもらったとはいえ、所詮は部外者だしね。
そうじゃなくてだな。
んだよ岡部、うちのバイトも仲間に入れてやれ。おめえはこいつに借りがあるんだろ。こいつのへそのおかげでおめえらがビル揺らすのも一応許してやったんだからな。
へそって、おーい。
Susan has recovered her jacket. She's properly dressed.
このバイトなかなかいいへそだったぜ。腹回りがしっかり鍛えてあってキュッと引き締まってたな。
エロ親父、本人前にして語らないでよ。
今日の宴会は中止だ。だからバイト選手よ。悪いが今日は帰ってくれ。
中止なの？
ああ、すまない。
I attempt to smile, but with little hope of success.
岡部、何をしてんのかともかく、いざとなったら無茶だけはすんなよ。
What? Can't you tell I'm just acting completely normal, completely normal, completely normal? It's weird to have been given an audience. Give me an audience. Fuck, I missed that. I thought that he was just a dirty old man who loved advice, not audience. Fuck. I just thought he was a dirty old man. Maybe he's sharper than I thought. Well, he has a kid, so he's obviously going to be at least somewhat worldly, I'd hope. Or maybe he's just telling me to stop shaking the building.
まゆりと喧嘩をしましてね。ちょっと参ってるんです。それだけですよ。
That's the best lie I can manage.
あ、じゃあまずいんじゃない？
I hope not. Blood?
だってほら、あそこに。
Susan points across the street. Ah, fucking horrid timing. I turn to look. To my surprise, there's Mayuri walking up the street with a big bag. When she notices us, she waves her hand with a ditzy smile. Mayuri.
あれ？喧嘩したんじゃないの？すごい笑顔だけど。
I ignore Susan and run to Mayuri. The clock on my phone says 6:33.
ちょっと、どうしたのよ。
I wasted precious time talking to Suzuha. Now that I've secured Mayuri, we need to get as far away from Akiba as we can.
オカリン、そんなに急いでどこ行くの？
Your death. That's the rush. I ignore her questions and grab her hand.
走れ！駅に行く！
待って、荷物が。
構うな！とにかく走るのだ！
なんで？
いいから走ってくれ！
I can't get the image of Mayuri's death out of my mind. I won't let them kill her. I won't. Mayuri gives me no further resistance. She follows obediently, quickly matching my pace. I forget that she's faster on her feet than I am.
ねえ、どこ行くの？
そうだな。とりあえず筑波が横浜あたりに。
I'm already gasping for air. Mayuri, however, might as well be strolling along for all difficulty she's having. How can she be so ditzy yet so athletic at the same time? The sun is already set, but the sky is still a mix of indigo and orange. We run through the streets lit by dazzling shops. Everything will be fine once we make it on the train. I hold this through my mind as we run. I'm already exhausted. Mayuri practically has to drag me along to keep going.
少しね休んだ方がいいんじゃないかな。
いや電車に乗るまでは走り続けろ。
I do my best to keep up the pace.
でもねオカリンすごい汗だよ。運動苦手なのにね無理すると。
When we reach the station, I realize that something is wrong. The station is packed, seriously packed. You don't see this many people even at rush hour. Yeah, do you remember? Bomb threat. The crowd is milling about the entrance. For some reason, it looks like no one is going in. What's going on here? Protest? Some kind of street performance? I don't have time for this. Just then, the announcement plays over the PA.
現在山手線、京浜東北線、総武線すべて運転を見合わせております。お急ぎのお客様には大変ご迷惑をおかけしておりますが、何卒ご理解のほど。
Finally, I realized my mistake. That's right, before the attack, the trains were stopped by a bomb threat. No wonder there were so many people standing around. In my haste to flee the city, I completely forgot. How could I have been so stupid?
どうしたんだろうね。
All of the train lines are stopped. We can't escape the Akiba. What about the other means of public transportation, the subway or the bus? Should we go to another station? I turn around and head back the way we came, keeping a firm grip on Mayuri's hand. Before we get any more than a few steps, a man steps out of the crowd and blocks our way. God damn it. I realize we're surrounded.
岡部倫太郎だな。
You're not gonna shoot us in the street now, are you? A low voice. A face I've never seen. He's not one of the 5 who broke into the lab.
オカリンこの人たち知り合い？
Yeah, they're not good people. Mayuri grips my arm tightly as she looks anxiously at the men.
一緒に来てもらおうか。
No, thank you.
誰だ？
Instead of answering, the man makes a grab for my arm. I jerk away and try to escape, but the men move to block us again.
抵抗するなら殺す。
I think that would cause a public uproar.
捨てるんか？
They're with Moeka. She must have planned this for this in advance. She said she had people stationed all over Akiba, so yeah. A chill runs up my spine. We made a terrible mistake when we hacked into CERN. I realize that now, though it's far too late.
これだけ大勢の人がいる中で殺せるのか？
冗談だと思わない方がいい。
I feel something cold against my back. I don't realize what it is at first. Then it hits me. A gun. I gulp. My blood goes cold. Am I gonna die here? Will my time leaping be for naught? No, I can't give up. I won't let Mayuri die. I won't accept that future. But how do I get out of this? The crowd at the station has grown even thicker. People are starting to argue in the station personnel, demanding to know when they can go home. The situation is becoming chaotic. Suddenly a fight breaks out nearby. It looks like some people are trying to shove their way through. This could be our chance. A tide of people surges into us, knocking the man behind me off balance. Now. I quickly turn and strike the man's hand aside. His gun falls away. Then the man gets swallowed up by the crowd.
マユリ逃げるぞ！
I'd probably take off that lab coat, to be honest. It really gives you away. I grab Mayuri's hand and start running. We have to fight our way through the crowd, but that also thwarts our pursuers. As soon as we reach the main street, we start running back towards the lab. Of course, we can't return to the lab itself. Moeka's group will be there shortly. Is the subway still running? If we get on the station, we can take the Ginza line to Shibuya. From there, we can grab a train heading out for Tokyo. Out of Tokyo. I still haven't recovered from my exhaustion. I don't know how much longer I can hold on. We can't stop now. I have to keep running. It doesn't take long before a new obstacle appears. 4 men walking in together up ahead suddenly stop and turn to face us. I've got a bad feeling about this. They don't look like Otaku, or they were CERN too. My fears are confirmed when 4 men start walking towards us, arms spread out to block the street. No doubt about it, they're after us too. I turn to flee back towards the station, and there I see the first group of men closing in behind us. We're trapped, enemies on both sides. There's only one choice. I grab my area and make for the nearby side street. Anywhere away from here. I'm trying to get to that station without using the main streets. But as we pass UPX, several men on the bridge point out at us and shout something. Are they with CERN too? How many men do they have? We turn back and change course.
いいか前にお前の方が足が速いから
Talking while running uses up all my breath. Sweat drifts into my eyes, making it hard to see.
お前だけでも逃げろはぐれたら袋の岸文字に行け
Before I finish, I catch sight of another group of men waiting for us up ahead. I look back. There's 50 people behind us. The group of 4 is chasing us. We're surrounded by enemies. The familiar streets of Akiba are filled with agents of CERN. I recall what Moeka said.
あなたたちに逃げ場はないわ。私たちの仲間はすでに秋葉原中に散らばっている。
Despair seizes my heart. Is escape impossible? We're just kids playing at science in the safety of our tiny little lab. Our enemy is a multinational conspiracy willing to kill anyone who gets in their way. Were we doomed from the start? No, no matter what, we must get away. Leading Mayuri by the hand, I push my way through the crowd and jump the fence onto the road. Oh, god damn it. Are you fucking kidding me? Something strikes me with a crashing force, sending me tumbling back across the pavement. I come to a stop several meters away. My body is racked with intense pain. God damn it. A red curtain covers my eyes. I try to brush it off, and my hand comes away slick with blood. Ah, dicks. I grit my teeth against the pain and lift my head. Mayuri is laying on the pavement a few meters away. Are you fucking kidding me? I reach out to her. Oh, Jesus. No response. Mayuri is motionless. No. Did the impact kill her? Goddamn fate is just saying, nah, she's gonna die. This can't be happening. The car that ran us over, a white van, pulls up. The door opens and stops, and out and steps.
動きは止めたわ。
Are you fucking kidding me? Again? Kuryu Moeka. Her again. She knew the exact moment to be here in order to run over poor Mayuri.
岡部君。いえ、岡部倫太郎は確保。
She's talking to someone on her phone. Has she been tracking us this whole time?
警察に連絡して。椎名真由里が死んだ。
She looks down at me with eyes cold enough to freeze my blood.
なんで殺すんだ
She's not necessary.
あなたが逃げるからよ。
No. I don't have to run and she'll still die. That's a lie. Mustering my strength, I leap up and throw myself at Moeka. She goes down hard. I hear her head smack against the pavement. Oh, I'm killing her. I'm grabbing her head and just smashing it against the pavement until I want to hear wet noises coming from her head as much as I'm just smashing it down. I stand and look around. Moeka is dazed and unable to stand, but I see certain agents making their way towards us through the crowd. I crush her head. I just immediately just keep smashing it up and down until she's dead. Take her gun, shoot her, and then run. I've got to get out of here. I take a sharp pain stabs through my body. The crash must have broken a bone in my leg. Ah, dicks. Ow. Doesn't matter, I have to get out to the lab and time leap again. That's the only way to save Mayuri. I look back at the site of the accident. Moeka is still slowly regaining her feet, but Mayuri remains limp and motionless on the floor. It breaks my heart to leave Mayuri lying there, but I have no choice. I have to go. Back to the lab. Fighting the pain of my broken leg, I managed to drag myself back to the lab. Surprisingly, CERN's men didn't chase me. Nobody's at the lab when I arrive. But the lights are still on. Relieved that Kurisu and Daro haven't returned, I head straight to the development room. I remembered to break into the Brontube workshop to turn on the CRT. My body is drenched in sweat and I can't stop shivering. Everything hurts, especially my right side where the car hit me. If I'm not careful, I might lose consciousness. My vision is blurry, it's hard to focus. My left arm is numb and I can barely move. But still, I force myself to activate the X68000 and input the settings. Hey, can I get more time? Instead of just a couple hours? I'm gasping for a breath like a wounded animal. The sound of my heartbeat fills my ears. Mayuri. See, I'd have a nice, like, waiting tone as the headset while it's transferring your brain. They killed her again. I failed to protect her. I'm sorry, Mayuri, I'm sorry. Choking back my tears, I frantically pound on the keyboard. I'm pressing random keys. Police sirens echo in the distance. Moeka hit Mayuri in front of hundreds of witnesses. They'll probably take her in for questioning. Even if CERN bails her out somehow, she should be stuck for at least a couple hours. The real problem is her men. Those mercenaries or whatever they were, CERN's hit squad. Why didn't they come after me? It should have been easy for them to catch me, injured as I am. Probably because they're not worried. Because what is an injured you gonna do? I need to hurry. If they show up here, they'll kill me for sure. Settings complete. I put on the headgear. I'll get blood on it, but that doesn't matter. A surge of anxiety washes over me. What if this time leap fails? What if my memories are corrupted? See, I would be like holding like a soda or something. So that because you'll probably drop it and you will spill it everywhere on that machine and just absolutely torch it in a way. Or like have gasoline in there and have a match lit. So when you lose consciousness or whatever, you drop the match, blows up the building and just say, that's a middle finger to everyone. Oh god, that would be really fucked though. If it didn't work and you're just holding a match, it's going to be awkward in a couple seconds. I might forget who I am, I might lose myself. Should I really use the machine? But I'd do something like that. I'd do something in the sense that it fucks them over. Even if it doesn't work, it completely fucks them over. If it does work, it fucks them over in this timeline. I curse my weakness. This can't be allowed to happen. No risk is too great. I will save Mayuri, whatever it takes. I alone have the power to change the past. What am I waiting for? Swallowing my fear, I activate the time leap machine. I still give myself more time. I give myself like days. A screeching in my ears, needles stabbing into my brain and 1,000 emotions flooding my senses. The world blends, pulses, and then returns to normal. The pain of my wounds have vanished like magic, replaced by a piercing pain in my brain. I fight back a wave of nausea and take stock of the situation. I'm sitting on the sofa with my phone to my ear. Another successful time leap, that makes 3. It looks like the time leap machine works perfectly. I'm sure it would boost Kurisu's confidence if I told her. But that will have to wait. Mayuri's out of danger. until she's out of danger. I stand up and look around the room. Kurisu, who is dozing off next to me, wakes up with a jerk at the sound of my voice.